Good evening. My name is Edgar, and my opponent's claim is public school better prepares students for life than homeschool. His secondary claims was first, students that are homeschooled tend to lack in the social skills development in public school. 2, can cause family stresses and create strong tensions. 3, public schools offer professional teachers that are trained in certain subjects. My opponent's claim is incorrect, not only because his case lacked evidence and substance, but because students that are homeschooled are prepared for life. My opponent's first secondary claim is students that are homeschooled tend to lack the social skills developed in public school. He mentioned that homeschooled students are not engaged in activities such as sports, but that had no evidence to support his claim. However, all students that are homeschooled do not lack social skills because, according to Dan Lips from the magazine USA Today, homeschooled students are involved in 5.2 activities outside the home, with 98% of those students engaged in 2 or more. My second supporting claim is research performed by Michael H. Romanowski, professor at the Center of Teacher Education at Ohio Northern University, concluded that because homeschooled students are not peer grouped in school, they learn to get along with a variety of other people, making them socially mature and able to adjust to new situations such as getting along with employees, with their coworkers, or with the customer or the boss at the workplace. As a result, children are more mature than their same age counterparts attending public school. My opponent's second secondary claim was can cause family stress and create strong tensions in homeschooling, strong tensions and stresses among the family. He mentioned that the parent would get stressed after being together with the child 24/7. Once again, no supporting evidence was mentioned, and this was only an assumption. And on the contrary, homeschooling does not cause family stress. It actually promotes family bonding. According to Dan Lips from the magazine USA Today, once again, approximately 850,000 students were being homeschooled in 1998. And in September of 2009, that number jumped to 3 million, which is an increase of 250%. 250%, which shows that families are more willing to homeschool their children. Also, according to an academic journal published in 2006 by Michael Romanowski, parents choose to homeschool their children because 85% of the families are concerned about the environment of a designated school, and 68% are dissatisfied with academic instructions in a particular school system. And lastly, my opponent's third claim was public schools offer professional teachers that are trained in certain subjects. My opponent said that parents would just stick to the strongest subject. Again, this is based on pure assumptions that have no ground. In reality, parents do not just stick to their strong subjects. Some develop stringent curriculums that are advantageous compared to those offered at public schools. Research conducted once again by Michael Romanowski showed that some of the most prestigious colleges, including Brown, Georgetown, Harvard, MIT, Princeton, UC Berkeley, and Yale, all accepted students that have been homeschooled. The parent can contact the university representative, and the representative will let them know what it is that they're looking for in their student, such as particular classes, such as critical thinking, calculus, or science. And according to an article titled Homeschools, a synthesis of research on characteristics and learner outcomes, 1,926 homeschool students that graduated in 1997 scored higher than the national average in English, reading, and the overall composite of the ACT. So, homeschooled students not only are socially deprived, are not socially deprived. On the contrary, they are more mature than their public school counterparts. They are also highly involved in activities. And not only are homeschooled students do homeschooled students score higher compared to the national average, but they are also admitted to the most prestigious colleges in America, which yields the fact that some parents do know what it takes to help their child succeed. So, in conclusion, my opponent's claim is incorrect, not only because his case lacks evidence and substance, but because students that are homeschooled are prepared for life. Thank you.
You're like 5 seconds short of finding it.
All right.
All right, you labeled the claim very clearly. The secondary issues are signposted as you're going through it, so it's easy to follow. On the first point, I didn't think that you had a very thorough response to the advocate's lack of evidence. You suggest as you're going to the second point that you kind of make the criticism, you know, just as on the first point they didn't have any evidence. I got a clearer argument there when you're on the second point about the first point's evidence than what you gave me. However, you did have a very good response as a counterclaim. You had good evidence that supported those points. I thought the citation that you used of information was solid, and you gave us good context on that, so good counterclaims on that first point. The second point, again, a good clear transition. Here your challenge to the lack of evidence that the advocate presented is a little stronger. I still think that you want to maybe illustrate or remind us of what the advocate actually said. The information that you then present about the number of homeschool students increasing and the data there and the motivation argument that the parents have, that needs to be applied a little bit more to the claim that's here on the second point. I didn't think, I can see ways that it could be applied, but I didn't see you making that application. On the third point, I thought, again, everything seemed pretty good. You kind of have a hypothetical illustration there, and then you've got some statistics to follow up on. So your counterclaims are pretty solid. I think you need to do a little bit more analysis of the advocate's argument. All right, thank you.